Just look. So pretty. Oh, just look at that. Can you see? Just a little bit of shimmer on the lid type of vibes. Personally, they just look gorgine. They're just so good. And these are nice. Girl, looking all types of crazy. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we are doing this look. We are doing a holiday makeup look, a red lip holiday makeup look using Clean Beauty products. I would love to know what your favorite holiday look is. We have a little bit of a shimmer. We got a little bit of a flick. We have some lashes. Guys, we are doing lashes. We are doing lashes. And I will let you know how I like to apply lashes. I know a lot of people love lashes during the holidays and what types of lashes I like to use and my technique, because there's definitely a right and a wrong way to do lashes. And there's a way to make it easier for yourself. So we do all of that and I'm really excited. I love this look. The lip on the monitor looks a little bit brighter. I'm seeing in the monitor it looks brighter than it does actually in person. But I love a red makeup, like a red lip. It makes me feel like so holly jolly. It just makes me so excited for the holidays. I would love to know, what is your favorite holiday makeup look? We're going to do like a full shimmery eye. We're going to be doing the full set. We're going to be doing it all. But I really, really enjoyed filming this makeup look for you guys. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you found it entertaining and helpful, or found it. You haven't watched it yet. You find it. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started because tutorials take so long. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this red lip holiday makeup look using Clean Beauty products. So let's get into this look. So my skin has been super dehydrated, so I'm going to go with stuff that's maybe a little bit more hydrating, but because I'm using stuff that's a little bit more hydrating, I'm also going to use a primer. So I'm going to go on with the Cover FX gripping primer. I really like this stuff. I'm only going to take the smallest amount just on my finger here. If you can see, that's as much as I'm taking, like a little bit, and I'm just putting it right in the middle of my face. My brows are already done. I've done my brows a ton on camera, so I don't feel like I need to do them on camera again. But if you want to see me do my brows in all my tutorials, let me know down below. I just feel like brows take up sometimes too much time. Okay, so the next I'm going to go on with these Versed or Versed. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong one way. These Moonlighting Glow Drops in the shade Golden. I also have the other shade, the bronzed shade, but I'm just going to go in with Golden today. I'm just going to do a couple drops. So just 1, 2. And this is really pretty. And I'm just going to apply to my face. I want to be really, really healthy looking, although winter just sucks the life out of your skin, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers really, really simply and easy. And these are beautiful. They give you a nice glow. I also would, I don't have it on right now, but I would do like my not shimmery, but I have a sunscreen that kind of has a little bit of shimmer in it. I would also do something like that. I just don't have that one on today. I have a different one on. But if I were doing, if I was wearing that, I wouldn't do this step. So it all kind of depends. All right, so the next I'm gonna move on to complexion. I'm liking how my skin is looking. So I'm gonna actually mix 2 products together today. So I have the Exa Beauty Foundation, which is my favorite foundation of all time. And it's a really good shade match for me, but it also has enough hydration for how dry my skin is. I would also do the Haus Labs foundation. There's a bunch of foundations. Whatever your favorite foundation is that makes you feel like if you're going out in the cold and you're going to be at parties and you're going to be doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing, that you're wearing this holiday look for, just make sure it's something that makes you feel like hydrated and you're not going to feel like dry at the end of the day. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. I'm actually going to mix in a little bit of the Westman Atelier complexion drops as well. And I'm just going to mix that on the back of my hand. I just did 2 drops of the Westman Atelier complexion drops, and I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to, look, that's such a good shade match. And I'm just going to blend with my fingers at first and just really get that really melted into the skin. And I'm going to do cheeks first. I try to do the least amount of product on my nose because that's always where it's going to fade the most, the quickest. And so sometimes I don't want to apply too much there because it makes it more apparent when makeup's fading, when it's kind of fading on your nose. Okay, so I'm really happy with how that's looking right now. I'm going to then take a sponge, and this is just the Real Techniques sponge. I really like these ones. All right, I'm really happy with how that's looking. So next I'm going to go under the eyes, and I'm just going to do a little bit of this concealer here, the Kulfi concealer. And I'm not going to apply too much. I'm just going to do a dot. Do you guys have any fun holiday plans? I would love to know. I feel like I don't really, I mean, I have family stuff that I'm going to do, but I don't have too much craziness going on, which is actually really nice. Sometimes the holidays can be so exhausting and it's, you know, a lot of family time. And I know that can be tough for a lot of people. And then it's just overwhelming. And then you feel like you have to have like, get to the end of year goals, whatever that is, whether it's work, whether it's personal, whatever that is. Then you also have to do all the holiday shopping and you have to do all that stuff, and it gets so exhausting. And then by the end, you know, when you actually, oh, I have something on my eye, when you're done with your holiday vacation, in terms of like, you know, you spent the time with your family and all of that, and you took your vacation days, and then you end up back at, you know, work or whatever it is, and you are just like, that was not a vacation. I am so tired. What is going on? I applied a little bit more under my eyes just to add a little additional brightness because I applied very little. I like to do a little at a time with concealers always. It just always is the move. I'm going to do a little bit around my nose and then just whatever's left kind of in the middle of my forehead. So I do have a little bit of this Hint Beauty concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Tan. This is a really good, if you need a more full coverage concealer, this is like, I have had this for so long, and this will last me a lifetime. So I'm going to take just a touch just right here. That's it. And I just want a touch more coverage right here. There we go. And I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger first. Usually I would use actually a brush with this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do my fingers first with this and just see how it melts, because it really melts into the skin really well with like body heat. Just, oh, it just adds like an additional brightness. Look how good, flawless, so good. And this consistency is great because it's on the thicker side, so it doesn't sink into your fine lines, but when you blend it out, it's not like, whoa, you're wearing 1,000 pounds of makeup under your eyes. It's just looking like, whoa, honey is snatched. And quite frankly, during the holidays, I want to look snatched because I'm exhausted and I need all the help I can get. And Hint Beauty Concealer, she'll do that for you. Okay, so the next, let's move on to the face. Now, I'm doing this like I would do like if I was going out for the night. So I'm going to layer actually bronzers. I think I'm going to kind of see. First, I'm going to go on with this bronzer here from Rose Inc. And this is in the shade Seychelles. And the reason I'm going on with this one is that this one is very, very neutral. It doesn't really have any warmth to it, which is nice, but I need that because with the look I'm going for, I like it to not be super bronzed up in the terms of like warmth, but like bronzed up in the sense of like neutral. Does that make sense? Maybe not. So I'm just going to tap into this and I'm just going to apply a little bit at a time. And I don't like to over apply because once you kind of start blending and moving it around, sometimes you're like, whoa, too much, or whoa, not enough. Look at that, the warmth it brings to my face without being too much. It's just so good. And I don't overdo the whole brush. I dip in just portion of the brush because I have a really small face. Okay, I'm loving that. So I was gonna layer on some LYS Beauty bronzer in the shade Harmony. So I think I'm gonna very lightly apply that to my cheeks. Just the lightest amount without being too much, because I don't want it to be over the top. But again, I do want this to last, and layering is a lot of the way that you make stuff last for a long time. So we're just gonna lightly kind of set it with this bronzer. So the next, I'm not gonna set my face just yet. I'm happy with how it's looking, at least for now, but I am gonna set it for longevity purposes as we get closer to the end of the video. So let's get into blush. So I have a couple of options. They're all kind of in the same vibe and tone. So I have the Victoria Beckham Beauty blush, and this is in the shade Playground. I don't want my blush to be super over the top. I kind of want it to be a touch of just little cutie, but I'm going heavy on the lips in terms of color, so I don't want it to be too much. And then I also have this from the Cover FX. This is their like blush duo in the shade Warm Honey. So I think I'm actually gonna go for longevity purposes. Powders always last longer. This looks a lot warmer in the pan, in the monitor I'm seeing, than it is in person. It's still warm. It's definitely still warm, but it's not quite as warm. But I'm going to apply a little bit of that to my cheeks, but I'm not going to overdo it at all because it's just, you don't want it to be too much, or at least I don't. I want it to be, oh, I have a hair on my face. Girl, get out of here. How dare you? Okay, got it. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit to my cheeks. Just really, like, look how pretty that is. But it's very, very light application. So it's not gonna be too much. You're not gonna feel like, whoa, what's she doing? Like, why you apply so much, girl? Because again, the lips are gonna be the center of the look. And although this looks like a lot of blush, don't forget that blush fades. Okay, I'm loving that. It has like a flush, but it's not too much. The Cover FX blushes are really good. And I notice like if I am very light-handed with them, it doesn't come off. Like, I mean, this is a pigmented palette. It gives me like the perfect flush. It's really good. Okay, so then next, I want to do highlight and I have a couple options. So I have one that looks crazy, but I swear it's not as crazy as it seems, or maybe it is as crazy as it seems. I have this palette here from Jason Wu Beauty. I mean, you guys, look at this. I have used all of these and they're all gorge. Like, look how pretty. Just look. So pretty. So I'm not normally like, let's go hand Sanderone on a highlight person for day to day, but for holidays and all of that jazz, I'm really into this. So what I actually think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the Rose Inc cream highlight and I'm gonna apply a little bit of that. Highlight also tends to fade really quickly on me, which is the worst. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit to the high points of my cheeks. And then I think I'm also gonna take a okay, this might seem crazy, but I'm gonna take a very, very small amount of this white shade, okay? With a little bit of this golden shade. So these two, a little bit of each on the back of my hand. So we have like an icy warmth and not too icy, because I don't want it to be too crazy, but I want it to be pretty. I'm gonna take my finger and I am screaming, are you? Look how pretty. So it's just gonna set the cream highlight, just taking what's on my hand still, but it's not gonna be too much. Like, look at that. And then I'm gonna also do my nose a little bit. Okay, next let's powder the face. So I have two powders. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna go with the Kosas right now, and then as we get kind of closer to the end here, I'm going the end here. As we kind of get closer to the wrapping up, I'm gonna set the face again with a little bit of loose powder. So I'm going to take, where is the thing I'm looking for that was directly in front of my face? So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I'm gonna take this brush here, dip into this powder here, and I have another shade of theirs that is more neutral, but that's okay. This is just gonna do a little bit of powdering. I'm only powdering the front of my eye, just like a little bit. I'm not going all the way down because my under eyes are screaming and parched right now. But if my under eyes weren't as dry as they are right now, then I would like kind of do a little bit more like throughout the entire eye. Gotta get the stash. Who wants a sweaty upper lip? Not me. Okay, so next we're moving on to the eyes. So I'm gonna actually prime my lid with the PYT eye primer. I really like this. It's real nice. Look at it. And I know it looks crazy. You're like, girl, this is insane. That does not work on your complexion, but it actually does. You just gotta let it kind of. Then I'm gonna set it with some powder because I can't not set primer. Okay, so I'm gonna set it with a little bit of powder. I'm actually gonna take the Amicole translucent powder, and I'm gonna take that same brush that I used before, and I'm gonna dip into the translucent powder, which is the best translucent powder in the history of the universe. If you haven't tried this, walk, don't run. I mean, I've talked about this way too often. You guys are probably so sick of it, but like, can't stop. It's so good. So really just make sure it's all set up so that when you're like doing your eyeshadow, it doesn't skip. Because sometimes primer can be a little tacky, and you just don't want it to be too like flying all over the place, or like skipping. Okay, next eyeshadow. I'm gonna take this palette here, the Identity from Persona, and I'm gonna take this shade here, and I'm just gonna do a little situation in the crease. Okay, we're gonna do a nice, where is my crease brush? I'm gonna take a little bit of that on a brush and just do a little bit of stuff on the crease. Eyeshadow on the crease. going to take my finger and blend. And blend again. Always blend. Now, I'm actually thinking it's going to be a very simple eye look. I'm going to take this, I'm going to spread this actually all over the lid now. Thought I was going to do something else, but I'm thinking this is going to be the move right now. Just love, it's so good. So I'm also going to take a little bit of that shade, and I'm going to take a little brush like this, just a little fluffy guy, and I'm going to apply a little bit on my lower, oh my gosh, I'm fluffing product everywhere, lower lash line. Nothing crazy. We're not trying to get smokiness, but I do like to define my lower lash line a little bit with that. So then I think I'm going to take this palette here. This is a Rowan Beauty palette, and this is the Mood Forever palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of this shade here. I really like this shade. This is, the creaminess of these is wild. I'm going to take that, put it on the back of my hand, go like this, really blend her out, okay, because I don't want too much, but I want some. And I'm going to very lightly kind of place it. It's a sticky product. Can you kind of see it? It's going to be one of those like very light. Oh, just look at that. Can you see? Just a little bit of shimmer on the lid type of vibes, but it's still going to be mainly matte. I just want like a little bit of something, like a very, oh, look how pretty that looks. But it's like just very, very subtle. Okay, so that's just the lightest amount of shimmer. And again, we're just gonna very lightly apply. So like, look how light that is. It's so pretty, but it gives a little bit of something. Very subtle. So then next I'm gonna take the same blending brush and I'm gonna actually go over the top of where the shimmer is. I'm not putting more product onto this brush. I'm gonna kind of make sure that the color is still very true to the color. So it kind of looks just like a fleshy, ooh, I don't love that word, but it looks very like a natural, easy shimmer. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to spread it out with this, and then take a clean finger, make sure your fingers are clean when you do this, and blend the edge. And again, just kind of spread it very nice and evenly. Just look at that. It's just so gorgeous, you guys. And this is like, I want it to be a very subtle hint of shimmer, but I didn't want it to be just matte. I wanted a little something for the holidays. And look at that. It's just gorgeous. It gives like such a light shimmer to the eye, right? You do a little bit, again, tapped it out on my hand so I didn't take too much, applied it to my finger lid, and at first you're like, whoa, you applied too much, right? That's what you're thinking. But then you take a brush like this and you kind of, I don't add more product to it. I just kind of spread it all out really seamlessly. Like, look at that. It's just so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Look how pretty. Oh, I'm just so obsessed. It gives a little something, so it feels like a little bit more special, but it's not going to take away from the rest of the eye makeup look, which is a really, really simple eye makeup look. Okay, so the next I'm going to go dip into this palette again and take this dark brown color and create a little bit of a liner without using actual eyeliner. And this is a very, very thin brush. You can tell, very thin, and I'm just going to do a very simple line. Just want it a little bit of something, and I don't want it to be too much. And then I'm actually going to flick out a little bit, just have a little bit of a line. So we just have a little bit of a flick, you see, but it's not too much. Let's see if I can get them to match, because I can never get my wings to match. Anyone else struggle with wing matching situations? Or is it just me? Please tell me it's not just me. Okay, next we're moving on to lashes, which I'm really excited about because we are doing some falsies today, which I'm amped. I love doing a little bit of a falsies situation. So first we're gonna apply, my dog is so loud. First we're gonna apply a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna apply the Milk Makeup Mascara. This is the Kush Mascara. I'm gonna just do one light coat of this. Nothing too crazy. I do want something that does have a little bit more volumizing capabilities than anything else. I'm not curling my lashes or doing anything like that. Some people like to curl their lashes when they're applying falsies. I am not one of those people. It's so good. So I'm going to do my lashes, my falsies first before I do my bottom lash mascara, because sometimes like it's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to use these lashes here. So these are Kiss lashes, and these are the lash trio with like a combo. And let me just, These are really, really nice. So I like to use the mediums most. I've used the long and short before. It really depends. I'm only going to do a few. I'm not going to go crazy with them. Okay, so I've applied lashes on this side. I'm really happy with how they're looking. They're really, really pretty in person. They just look gorgine. They're just so good. So next I'm going to apply on this hand. I took a little bit of glue that I've already applied on the back of my hand to let it get tacky a bit. And then I'm going to look in a mirror looking down and I'm going to apply the lashes. These are great if you have like a wedding or something and you want a little something but you don't want it to be too much. These lashes are really, really nice. The key to applying lashes is clean tweezers, so they don't stick. Always, if you think, oh, this might stick or whatever, clean it off because it's going to completely change the way you do your lashes. So I apply them with tweezers. I make sure the tweezers are clean. I make sure I use tacky glue and I look down in a mirror and I apply them just like that. Okay, so then next, now that lashes are on and I'm happy with them, I'm going to take a tweezer like this. It's a bigger kind of, it's not like a true tweezer. It's like meant to put down the lashes. Now, since I already used them on this side and there's a little bit of glue, a little bit of mascara on it, I'm going to clean these off just so that they don't stick to the lashes because that is always a mistake. No, you hear there's no tacky noise? It's great. So then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pinch everything and make sure it is in place. Okay, so then next, I'm so happy with how that's looking. It like gives a little something without being too much, and it'll look great in pictures. So next, let's move on to lips. So I have red lip options. I have one red lip I'm definitely going to wear, but I'm going to suggest other ones if you don't want something super bright. So I actually tried all of these on last year during my holiday makeup look. So if you want to see them all individually tried on, check out that video. I'm not going to do that for this just for because of time. I'm running out of time. It's going to be a long video, so I always have a red lip liner. So this is the Victoria Beckham lip liner. Can I clean my hands? Like, look at this. It's a massacre on here. And this is just their red lip liner. They just have one shade. Really, really pretty. It's a little bit, it's not like a super, super blue red, but I do really, really enjoy it. Next, I have this West Mint Atelier like lip oil. This is so pretty. And this is just like the most gorgeous color. And you can really build it up. It's just so so pretty. And then next, we're going to use what I actually am going to use, which is the Cloven Hollow lipstick in the shade Damsel. I hope they still have this. If not, another lipstick that's a really good alternative to this is the NARS lip pencil in the shade Cruella. That's kind of the style. I like more blue reds on me, so we're going to do that right now, and I'm going to show you my technique for how I make my red lipstick last all dang day, you guys. You could do a lip liner before, or you don't have to do that. It really depends. Today I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to just use the lipstick itself and do the technique I normally do. So I'm going to apply the lipstick, and these are girl, looking all types of crazy. Okay, this looks crazy bright in the monitor, but I swear in person it doesn't look that bright. So then next we're gonna take just a little piece of tissue paper or whatever, just tissue, whatever you have around, and we're gonna go kiss it off like that. And then just make sure your edges are really clean. Okay, so then I'm going to apply the lipstick again. I'm gonna bend down so you're not gonna really be able to see. So I'm like really close to the mirror so that I don't get lipstick all over myself. And we're gonna do the blot off again. Okay, so we're gonna apply it one more time and blot it off and then see where we're at. But I know it seems crazy, but I swear your lipstick's not gonna budge all day and you're not gonna get that weird like, what's that? Kind of like butthole mouth, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, like that ring that like, you're not going to really get that. So keep it going. One more coat of this. Let's go. Okay, and now that lashes are 100% settled and lips are on, I'm going to do one coat of mascara on my lower lash line. And yeah, that is it for this holiday makeup look. I would love to know your thoughts down below. This is definitely like your kind of classic look. And I really, really like this. I love a red lip. I feel like it's just so chic and so fun, if you, especially if you do like a red, like a white dress or a red dress, a black dress, or something very neutral, and this is the pop. And maybe you have like a red bag or something like that, red shoes. I would love to know your thoughts down below. I really, really enjoy this makeup look. It really makes me happy. It just makes me feel so holly jolly. It makes me feel like the holidays are here. And yeah, that's it for this video. That is it for this holiday makeup look, this red lip holiday makeup look. I would love to know your thoughts down below. What do you think? I love the eye. The eye. I'm gonna do this eye like I'm gonna do this just like when I'm going to brunch. Like, I love this. I like this, specifically the eye combo, the eyeshadow combo. Let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.